Pretty much only got one enterprise, and it's merino breeding, and trying to keep it as simple and easy as we can. Probably one of the most valuable traits we've got is having an early maturing sheep that gets to a good weight really quickly with minimal input. Early growth, carcass and doing ability, that's one of our main focuses. We're a family-run merino breeding and grazing operation, 5,000 acres at Wellington here, where we breed most of our stud sheep and commercial sheep, and another 100,000 acres out towards Brewarrina in Western New South Wales, where we also run merino breeding. Four years ago, we stopped drenching our adult stud sheep, so none of the ewes, none of the rams get any worm treatment, no drench. And then we decided, we may as well just stop doing any animal health treatment. No drench, no fly treatment, no foot treatment, no vaccines, and no supplementary feeding. They just run out in the hills on their own, and it's just amazing to see how they can actually do it if you put them under that pressure. For 20 years we've been focusing predominantly on reproduction and carcass traits, because wool's a brilliant product, but it really is hot and cold. It's a brilliant addition to our enterprise, but our main focus has been the meat side. It's where most of our income comes from, and I've got a lot more long-term confidence in protein into the future. And it doesn't take any extra energy for a sheep to grow quality wool, but it takes a lot of extra energy for it to grow an extra kilo of wool. The sheep have changed so much in the last 20 years. It's been amazing to see the difference in their production, their fertility, compared to the old merinos from 20 years ago. Lambing percentages have gone through the roof. Carcasses are just, they almost look like a meat sheep, some of them. And there's so many other traits we're looking at now that we weren't looking at 20 years ago. Things like dag and worms and worm resistance, muscle and fat, that's all measured now, and it's just made a massive difference. They don't even look like merinos anymore. They quite often, the shearers will turn up and ask what breed they are, and say they're merinos. They're improving every year, and you can noticeably see how they're changing. All our rams come with data, and it's all been collected independently. Just about every trait we can think of is being measured and backed up, and it's done on every stud animal. Every lamb that's born gets measured. We don't just measure the top 10, 20, 100, we do the whole lot. We've got a lot of confidence in the numbers. And it also means your stud flock doesn't need to be as big, because you've got so much more confidence in the ones that you are keeping because of their background and all the data that's behind them. It means that you don't have to run huge numbers of stud sheep to get a few good ones at the end. You know that the ones that you got are backed up by data and genomics. Breeding a low maintenance, easy care sheep, stop treating them for everything they want treating for, and just let them do it themselves. Anything that can't handle it gets culled out. Within a couple of years will really thrive and reproduce and look after itself and turn into a really high value carcass animal at the end of it. It just makes it so much more enjoyable. Work's easy. You're not spending your whole time running your sheep in all the time, drenching them, treating them for flies. A lot of the crap jobs have been made redundant, and it just makes it more enjoyable. But it's really about testing the top stud sheep to make sure they can actually perform under commercial conditions, because ultimately we're breeding these sheep for us, and they're the type of sheep we want. That's how we make our money, and they're the ones we want to breed on from. So yeah, we just want to make sure that anything that comes through to be sold or be used by us has done the hard yards, and it can actually perform under commercial conditions.